Hello everyone, what a beautiful week it's been, and welcome to another week of Accelerate Your Best Life. Man, I hope your life is just cruising along. I hope you're overcoming yourself, facing challenges head on, getting rid of all the fear, and having a clear intention and focus of where you're going. That's what I'm hoping. Anyway, it's totally up to you, right? Because it's an individual journey. We talk about this all the time, that it's not your kids, it's not your wife, it's not your friends, it's nobody other than you. You are you. You are an individual that has an opportunity to do whatever you want to do with your life. You can either choose to live in your past, or you can choose to live right here, right now, with the vision of your future and taking steps towards the vision of your future. You have a choice. But I'm going to tell you one thing right now, and it excites the hell out of me, is the present moment is where you create. Right here, right now. And it starts, number one, with your thought, good or bad. If it's a bad thought and you transfer that to a feeling, that becomes robotic. If it's a good thought and you transfer that to a feeling, it works the same as a bad thought. Okay? But it's what we're going to do. And we've had, a couple weeks ago, I come up with rule number one, and it's never talk bad or ill or negative toward yourself. We are our worst enemies. That's the truth, right? We are our worst enemies. That needs to stop. Number one, to pursue towards the vision of your future. Okay? That's the rule number one. Rule number two is never lie. Never lie to yourself, number one. Never lie to anybody else. Okay? Truth. We're living in truth. Authenticity, realness. We are getting raw. We are getting real with who we are as individuals. Because here's the deal. We talk about it all the time, right? You do not get what you want. You get what you are. Okay? That being said, the vision you have painted in your mind of your future, right? The clean canvas that you have right here, right now, starting right now, because anything before that's gone, right? You can fill out that canvas, create the perfect vision of your life, dreams, goals, and have that as a vision and a picture in your mind and creating a movie out of that. Right? But you can't live there. You can imagine there, see there, but live right here, right now. Imagination is a big deal. You have got to imagine your future. You've got to see your future. You have got to feel your future. Life is energy and vibration, right? So where is your energy? Is it low? Is your energy low and in your past? Or is your energy rising because you're going somewhere and creating something amazing? It's a choice again, right? Level up. That's what we do. Accelerating your best life is leveling up. We're doing things different than what we used to do. We're creating different habits. See, that's our old self, our past. We're creating a new self right here, right now. And that new self is what's propelling you towards your dreams and your desires. Because it's awesome how this all works, right? You have to transfer this thought. Your brain is amazing. It's the most powerful thing in the world. But the law of attraction has been missing one thing, and that's transferring the feeling. And people are catching on to that. So that thought of what you want, what you desire, that thought of who you are, that person you want to be has to be transferred in your subconscious mind. See, because your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between negative and positive, right? So how you train that and teach that is what your subconscious is going to remember. That's why rule number 1 is never talk ill to yourself. Only speak good things, positive things. You are amazing. You're an unlimited human being. You're divine, right? We all are. Individually, we have all the same opportunities. The difference being is how you think, right? And we talk about this all the time. The power of thought transferred to a feeling becomes reality. But I was listening to something today. If you don't know what it is that you want, whatever that is in your vision, if you don't know what you want, if you haven't written out what you want, how do you expect to get it? If you don't know. Think about that for a minute, right? You got to know what you want. And once you know what you want, you've got to ask for it. If you ask not, you will have not. You have got to ask for what it is you want. It's all part of accelerating your best life. It's doing a whole bunch of things in the moment, in the present moment. It's taking actions, inspired action, right? If you're in tune with yourself and the love of who you are, inspiration comes. And that's the action that you want to take on. If you have a vision of your future, your navigation system's going to guide you in that direction. If you are the one willing to take the action and the step towards where you want to go, right? So steps towards where you want to go in the vision, it's pretty darn important, right? But learning really to live right here, right now, in this present moment, and creating your energy at a high level to where there's no static, to where you're not living here, you're living there, you're flip-flopping. It's getting it right here, right now, and you're aggressively moving, right? In a direction that you want to go, not in the direction where you've been. But 95% of people are so used to where they've been that that's where they value their life, right? But we don't want to live in the past, right? Anyway, I don't. And the reason I'm doing Accelerate Your Best Life is for you, to help you see a little bit different, help you think a little bit different, help you feel a little bit different, and have a vision and a picture of the life you want to live, and have the things you want. This is only going to benefit you, but it's individual. You have to do it yourself. You have to make that commitment. You got to not procrastinate. You have got to choose. You have got to live or not. That's all choice, right? Anyway, this week of Accelerate Your Best Life, and accelerating your best life is really easy. Well, it's not easy. I'm not going to say it's easy because let's just say simple. And we talk about simple all the time. It's really easy on paper, but we make it hard, right? So let's just say it's simple. And let's be simple with it. Let's be day in, day out, new actions, new beliefs, creating new beliefs, seeing yourself in a different light, being the light that you were created to be, right? You got this. The vision of your future is up to you. Having everything in your vision is up to you. It's not up to your wife, it's not up to your kids, it's not up to your parents, it's not up to your grandparents. It's up to nobody but yourself. Defining and making a decision of what you want. Right? You are good people. You are unlimited. You can create a business. You can go out and get that job that you want. if you choose to believe. But you have to take actions and steps and be a creator, right? Listen, inspired action, all that stuff. We talk about it all the time. You know, rule number 1, never speak ill about yourself. Rule number 2, never lie. That's just the basic, simple things not to do, right? Speak great things about yourself. Speak it into existence. Speak it as if you already have it. Feel it as if you already have it. Right? There's joy in that. But when you have challenges and struggles, you're overcoming that. You're becoming. The struggle is there for a purpose. I promise you. I tell you this all the time. That the challenge is there for you to learn something. Whatever that is. However ugly it is, however you see that being, you are enough. You can overcome anything to get where you want to go. But there are a couple rules. And to get what you want, you cannot harm any other person or take away from any other person. There is abundance, huge abundance in this world, that there is enough for everybody. It's not just a pie and you have a, how am I going to get this piece of the pie? How can I stop Sam or Joe or Susan from getting a bigger piece? The piece is whatever size you want because it's unlimited. The pie is so big, so abundant. It's just seeing different and thinking different. Okay? We've talked about lack versus abundance. I used to live in lack. I tell you that all the time. But there is no room for lack anymore. Because the truth is, I have everything I want. Let's take that. I don't have everything that I want yet. But I have everything that I need in this very moment. I have more, absolutely. Is it going to take work on my part? Absolutely. You get what you are. You don't get what you want. You get what you are. Whatever it is you want, you have to become that. And be one with that. Sounds kind of crazy, but it's the truth. Right? So that's how we're accelerating. How do we accelerate our best life? We make different choices. We start in the morning. First thing you do and say in the morning is positive. That's how you create your day. And your day creates right when you get up. Because what happens at night, when you go to sleep, your subconscious mind deletes. When you get up, that's where you start creating momentum. Create momentum with the first words out of your mouth when you wake up. If your first words out of your mouth are, dang, I'm tired. I need to go back to sleep. Today sucks. It's going to be another shitty day. It's going to be the same as yesterday. You know, you speak that as soon as you get up. That's your day. All in a nutshell, just done right like that. Because what we're doing is we're flipping the switch and we're doing things different. So when we get up in the morning, it's a great day. I am divine. I am unlimited. I am a creator. Right? You're speaking all this stuff into existence. You're creating. All things are created spiritually first, and that lays inside of you. Right? It's your spirit. Truth is, we're more spirit than we are shell. But we have angels among us, and they are there to assist us if we have a clear intention and a direction that we're going. And that's why we talk about accelerate our best life, right? Because we see it. We got people working with us. We got non-physical beings working with us as well. You got more help than you ever need to get what you want. But it's going to take the work that you've got to put into it. And that work is pretty simple, actually. And it's easy. The hard thing is we just make it harder than it is. Right? So we get up first thing in the morning. We speak amazing things. We grab our whatever we use to meditate. I use my phone. I go straight into a meditation. Okay? That starts my day. I get my mind right. I go into just seeing my life the way that I want it, what I want to create through the day. How that comes into place, right? You've got to see that and visualize that, imagine that. Day in, day out, day in, day out. Because it's important that it's day in, day out. It's not one day, oh, that ain't working, then you quit. That's your choice, you can. But you've got to get the strength and confidence that you can do this day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. And it's pretty simple steps, you know, and the steps for me are meditation. I want to get my spiritual life in order. Okay, I want to get my spiritual life in order. I want to get my emotions in check, keep them in check and in a good space, right? I don't want that poor me feeling that I ain't got enough and poor me and all that. I've got to get my emotions to where they are feeling the vision of my future. Because if you get to the feeling and you have that feeling of the vision of your future, you won't be speaking ill things because you'll be excited and you'll be driven day in, day out, day in, day out. That's how you create momentum first thing in the morning. Momentum goes away at night. You create the momentum in the morning when you awake. And it starts when you first wake up. But first step, meditation. Second step, gratitude. Write down at least 3. Maybe. Grab a book, read 15 minutes a day. This stuff that I'm talking about doesn't take up your whole day. It's the hardest work ever, but it's the best work you can do to accelerate your best life. Because you've taken all this information in and learning and growing into the person you've always been. It's overcoming all the bullshit in the past. It's overcoming all that and becoming back to who you truly were when you came in. And you were pure consciousness. You can be that again. You've got to become a child again. Think about it. When you was a kid, you was always excited. You was always looking for that next thing. That's done with that. Well, what's next? Excited. Boom, 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 boom. Become a child again. You do that same thing. Boom, 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 boom. Step towards the vision of your future. And it all comes in precept upon precept. Step by step, day in, day out, day in, day out. Right? So we've got the meditation, we've got read the book, we've got writing down your gratitudes. Now, give yourself an hour for the gym. Take care of yourself. This is self-care, guys. You've got to take care of yourself to be the very best that you can be. Right? And what you are on the inside is what your outside looks like. You create your outside world. But first, the inside's got to be built, right? So meditate, read gratitudes, go to the gym. Simple. Hard thing is doing it day in, day out. Day in, day out. Day in, day out. You probably think I'm crazy because I always bring this up, but are you dogging what I'm saying, or are you actually doing and trying it for yourself? You can do this. You are unlimited. You can have all the money you ever desire. You can have everything you want, but you've got to get right with who you are. And then you create that. Okay? We have tools to live by, and they're spiritual tools. They're laws, right? And number one is, the first one is you've got to be grateful for what you have right here, right now. Okay? There's plenty to be grateful for. And I know each one of you have something to be grateful for. At least 3 things. I'll guarantee you got 50 to 100, maybe 200 things. So recognize that and be grateful. Another truth is love. You are love. Love yourself. Care for yourself. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself. Be kind to yourself. By you doing that and loving and caring for yourself, it'll be a lot easier to be able to love others. Okay? Love thy neighbor as thyself. Probably heard that somewhere before, but that's so truth. It is truth. Okay? Trust. How trusting are you? Is it hard to trust that your vision of your future is coming? And that you'll have that? A lot of us have trust issues. I've had them. I've had them in relationships. I've had them in different things in my life. In my job, I've had trust issues. I've had a lot of trust issues with myself, but I trust myself now. But it took forever. I shouldn't say forever. I mean, I'm 58. And yeah, I've never really started trusting myself until about 3-4 years ago. But that's here nor there. I am right here, right now. I do trust myself. Okay? You gotta have compassion, care, and love for others. First, you've got to have compassion, care, and love for you. These are all tools that you have at your disposal to choose and use if you want to. Compassion is a big deal. But first, compassion lays back on this. If you are compassionate with yourself and care for yourself, you can do that for other people. Okay? How vulnerable are you? I can't say I'm the most vulnerable person. I'm getting better at it. I'm growing in it. Okay? Vulnerability is a big deal. Softness. Vulnerability. That's another tool you have. See, all these tools I'm giving you, we have the ability to use them to our advantage to create everything that we want in our lives. Humility. How humble are you? Good question, isn't it? So ask yourself that question. How humble are you? You tell yourself you're humble, or are you humble? Everything I talk about here in Accelerate Your Best Life is questions for you to ask yourself. And these are questions that I'm asking me. I'm not here saying that I know it all. Everything that I'm talking about here, I'm identifying where I'm at with all these things. How can I be a little better? How can I use that a little more in my life? And I struggle with compassion. I think I have it, but then I don't. But I'm self-authoring my life with these tools to get better, day in, day out, right? But that's them, you know. Gratitude, love, trust, compassion, vulnerability, humility. It's a big deal to get where you want to go. Because all the flip side of all that is your past has a representation of hate, of anger, of poor me, I'm picked on. Hatred, we've talked about it. All those negative traits that we used to have, and sometimes we still have some of, which I do at times, but I'm quick to acknowledge them, to shift. That's the switch. That's what you have to do, is get good at. When you notice that, you shut that down, because that's all lies. That's not who you are. Who you are is gratitude, love, trust, compassion, vulnerability, and humility. That is who you are. That's who you were created to be when you came here. Okay? But things happened along the way that got you angry, that got you hateful, that you allowed, I should say, because it's nobody else that did that to you. You did that. You chose that. So that being said, all that negative stuff that you chose in your past, You have the ability to choose different right here, right now, from this day forward. You have the ability to flip this switch and create a new identity of who you are. An identity of you that is grateful, that is love, that is trust, that is compassion, that is vulnerable, that is humble. Right here, right now, you can look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself these questions. Do I live these truths? Do I use these tools every day? The answer is either yes or no. If it's no, now you know what they are. And you can start using them today, right here, right now, because that's who you are truly. You are truly gratitude. You are truly love. You are truly trust. You are truly compassion. You are truly vulnerability. You are truly humble. Now it's just time to be that. Okay? No more of the hatred. Let all this stuff go. You have got to let the past go. Surrender your life to something bigger than you. Surrender your life to something bigger than you. If you want the vision of your future to come to pass, you have got to surrender. Let go and trust something bigger than you. Let go and trust something bigger than you. And you'll have everything in your life that you want. But no, you have everything you need right now. Right where you are, you have everything you need. You are abundant. You are value. We all are. This Accelerate Your Best Life is help you see and believe in your vision, in your dreams, and in where you're going. Right? Because as you get this, and we learn this as a whole, accelerating our best life, we can help somebody else. We can give a hand. We can teach people. We can love people. We can care for people. Okay? With your actions, you will be able to pull people forward to get them to see a vision of their future and bring them forward, right? It's a domino effect. Man, I just get so excited as I do these Accelerate Your Best Life every week. And, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. It's damn hard sometimes to sit down and do this and really just get in a zone. But I know it's something I'm supposed to do. I have adversities. I have struggles no different than you. But I'm committed to overcoming them. I know that's what I have to do. And you know what you have to do. I'm just giving you tools and ideas of how you can do it. Okay? Now let's talk a little bit about why. You have a vision of the future, right? However that is, whatever you put in that, the boat, the house, the money, whatever that is. Your family. Everybody's is different. I know what my vision is. You've got to create that vision for yourself. But once you have that vision and you're imagining that vision, to get that vision, you got to know why. Why do you want that? Why am I willing to do something different to get that? Why am I willing to create a new identity to get that? And a lot of times, your why will make you cry. And if it makes you cry, you're right on. So find a why. The how will come. If you want a business, the how will come. You got to figure out why you want a business. The ideas will come through the steps that I've taught you to take. The meditation, day in, day out. Read 15 minutes a day, day in, day out. Go to the gym day in, day out. Just an hour. Take time in the evening or sometime during the day to just be with yourself. Go for a walk, experience nature. See what that does for you. Let the universe speak to you. The universe is speaking to you. Question is, are you listening? Oh God, I just sit here and have to laugh at myself because how many times I was nudged and never listened. But I'll tell you what, after you get kicked in the teeth and knocked down, and you get back up, you get knocked down, you get knocked down, keep getting knocked down, getting back up, knocked down, getting back up, you come to know that it's time to be still and listen, right? So practice that. Practice listening to who you are, what lays inside of you, your navigation system. Because I told you before, there's a power inside of you that loves you so much. But it's not that power inside of you that's holding you back. It's you that's holding you back because you're not willing to commit, make a decision, and go and do what it takes. Self-improvement. Become your vision. Become your vision. Take steps. Okay, we're in September now. We're a little over a week into September. Fourth quarter, we're in the fourth quarter. Maybe we're a little bit behind. But we can get ahead by doing things day in, day out. Day in, day out. Because at the end of January, the end of December, when it's time for everybody else to be setting their goals and their New Year's resolutions, you're going to be so much farther ahead because we're in September in the fourth quarter, setting our resolutions now to be better by the end of the year. And then we reset again, right? If you're doing these things day in, day out, and really self-authoring your life will be different by the end of the year. By the end of 2024, your life will be different. I promise you. So do things different. I appreciate you enjoying this time with me. I hope you wrote down some nuggets and took some tools out of this. Because remember, we're accelerating our best life. We're leaving our past behind. Remember one thing, live in the present moment, because as you live in the moment and step toward your vision, the vision will step towards you. Think about that. As you become who you are and what you want, your vision will come to you as you step towards it. I love you guys. It's been another great week of Accelerate Your Best Life. I know a lot of this stuff sounds like it's repeated, and it is repeated because it's simple. But things listened to repeatedly become knowledge, and you start doing that. You create new beliefs. Your old beliefs that aren't working for you, you're getting rid of and creating new beliefs. Okay? Your subconscious is aware of what you speak, good or bad, because it knows no difference. Remember that. I love you guys, and keep on keeping on, and I will see you next week on another Accelerate Your Best Life. Have a great day.